Hello everyone, how are you today? My name is Olimpiu Tuns, and in this webinar we'll talk about the most important currency pairs, also about commodities, index, also about crypto. But first of all, please confirm that you can hear me. Please guys, confirm that you hear me. Please type in the chat. Okay, thank you guys. So let's start with the euro versus the US dollar. We have here the 4-hour chart, and you can see that the price has increased in the last days. It has rebounded after the failure to reach this upper medium line of the former descending pitchfork. Very important here, it has increased, but it has failed here to stabilize right above 1.18 psychological level and right above this former uptrend line, this downside line of the ascending channel. So right now, very important, the price is located right below this static support 1.1753. If it will stabilize right below this level, it could continue to drop in the upcoming days, but only a drop and a valid breakdown below 1.17, 1.1694, it could really confirm a deeper drop in the upcoming days and weeks. Okay, so here we are in a neutral zone, because an important upside movement, it will be confirmed by another higher high here, if the price will come back, if it will increase, and if it will come back right above this psychological level, if it will make and register another higher high here, if it will jump, if it will make a bullish closure above 1.1831. So in the short term, we had here a downside breakdown here below this S1 static support level 1.1744. If the price will continue to stay right below this level, right below this warning line, the price should continue to drop at least till this level. Very important. Technically, the pair was expected to drop deeper after it has printed this head and shoulders pattern here, but unfortunately the failure to stabilize right below 1.1694, it has invalidated a deeper drop for the moment, for now. So if the price will increase again, and if it will make a valid breakout here above 1.18 psychological level, and if it will make another higher high here to close above this former high, then it will validate a further increase, a further growth towards this psychological level 1.2. And let's talk also about a selling opportunity. If the price will continue to drop in the upcoming hours, in the upcoming days, and if it will close right below 1.1694, then we can sell it. We can sell euro versus the US dollar with a first potential target here at this former low 1.1611. It remains to see what will happen on the US dollar index. As you already know, we have a strong negative correlation between this pair, this currency pair, with the US dollar index. When the dollar index increases, euro versus the US dollar drops, and when the index, the US dollar index drops, the pair increases. So you can take a look on the US dollar index, and when the index increases, euro USD should drop, and when the index drops, euro USD should increase. Okay, so let's take a look here on the index as well. The index has finally managed to escape from this major descending pitchfork. You can see that the price has moved down, has decreased, was into a corrective phase within this descending pitchfork's body. But now the price has managed to jump, to break out above this upper medium line of the descending pitchfork, signaling a potential up reversal. Unfortunately, the index failed here to continue to increase. It has come back to test and retest this broken upper medium line. Just a moment to go to the daily chart for better understanding. Okay, so you can see here that the rate, it has jumped above this upper medium line. This upper medium line represents a strong dynamic resistance. Breakout here, the index has decreased a little to retest this upper medium line before jumping higher. But I believe that's only a breakout above 93.99 could really confirm an important increase here on the US dollar index. So if the index will continue to increase in the upcoming days, then euro versus the US dollar, it should decrease. Okay, and if the index will drop again, then the euro versus the US dollar should increase. Technically, we'll have a bullish reversal here on the index only if the price will make another higher high, if it will jump above this high at 94.74. Please, guys, you can ask questions as well. So I'm waiting for your questions as well, and I'll take a few minutes to explain. So you can type them in the chat. Okay, so let's get back to euro versus the US dollar. One moment. Okay, guys, so as I've said earlier, the price has decreased after this rejection from this resistance area. This could be only a temporary drop if the price will find support, strong support here on this warning line. And if it will stay right above the S1, this static support, if it will stay right above 1.1744 level. The bullish engulfing here could signal that this correction, this retreat has ended, and that the pair could jump higher in the upcoming period. Let's place also a long setup. So we'll have a great long opportunity from right above this former high, from right above this high, from above 1.1831. So if the price will continue to increase, and if it will close right above this former high, we'll have a great long opportunity on euro versus the US dollar. Okay. So you can place a buy stop order, pending order in your trading platform. If the price reaches, let's say, 1.1837, and you can place your stop loss right below today's low, below 1.1718, and you can place a take profit right on 1.2 psychological level, and we'll have a risk reward ratio and a potential increase of 1.37% if the price will continue to increase. Let's continue with the GBP versus the US dollar. The price has rallied in the last hours, invalidating the breakdown here below the S1 and below the medium line. It remains to see what will happen in the upcoming hours. The price has registered a breakdown from this up channel today here, but unfortunately it has failed to stabilize right below the broken uptrend line, the broken channel's downside line. If the rate will continue to increase, we'll have a potential target here at the upper medium line of this descending pitchfork. Unfortunately, this false breakdown here, followed by this important and strong upside momentum, could invalidate a potential further drop and could bring more buyers into the game, which could move the price higher again. Let's take a look also on the daily chart. The GBP versus the US dollar was into a corrective phase here. The price has failed to approach these static support levels. It has rallied, it has increased, but unfortunately it has failed to reach the medium line. The medium line acts as a magnet and also represents a very important dynamic resistance here on GBP USD. Technically, this bearish engulfing here has signaled a potential bearish movement in the short term again. It remains to see what will happen today till the end of the session. because if the rate continues to stay within this descending pitchfork here, I've drawn here a descending pitchfork to catch this potential bearish movement. I've selected 3 points, 1, 2, 3. The price has retested the upper medium line. It has decreased. It has closed here right below the medium line, but unfortunately, this strong momentum would invalidate a deeper drop in the short term. It remains to see what will happen till the end of the day, because as long as the price continues to stay within this descending pitchfork, the bearish pressure remains high. Okay, so if we'll have only a false breakout here above this pivot point, above 1.2978, or above this upper medium line, then the price could drop again. It remains to see. Or if the price will make a value breakout here above this upper medium line, then it should increase towards this medium line, towards R1, R2, 1.3183. You should know that the pound has increased aggressively in the last hours only because the traders, the investors, are waiting and are still optimistic, there are hopes. The traders hope that a Brexit deal can still be reached, as negotiation will continue in the coming weeks. So that's why the pound has increased aggressively in the last hours. Please, guys, if you have questions, please type them into the chat. One moment. Okay, guys. Now I can see your questions. Okay, and I will take a few minutes at the end of this webinar to answer to some of our questions. Yes, I will take a look on the USD versus the Japanese yen. Okay, so here on the 4-hour chart, the price continues to move sideways. Technically, the pair was expected to increase, to register an important increase after this breakout above this downtrend line. The price has printed also a double bottom pattern here. Personally, I've drawn here an ascending pitchfork, selecting 3 points, 1, 2, 3 pivot points. And now the price is trapped, is located between the lower medium line and this sliding parallel line of the ascending pitchfork. So as long as the price continues to stay right above this lower medium line, the perspective will be bullish. Okay, so this could be only a temporary drop. The price could test and retest this lower medium line before jumping higher. It will be very important what will happen on the US dollar index and also on the Nikkei index. If the US dollar index will continue to increase, and if the Nikkei, the Japanese stock index, will increase as well, then this pair should continue to increase, should start another leg higher in the short term. We'll have a great trading opportunity when the price will escape from this extended range, from this pattern. So we'll have a great selling opportunity only if the price will drop somewhere below 104.18, or we'll have a great buying opportunity from above 107 psychological level. Okay, but as I've said earlier, in the short term, the perspective remains bullish despite this temporary drop. The lower medium line represents a very important dynamic support. Okay, so if we'll have only a false breakdown here, or also a bullish engulfing or any other reversal pattern here on the short term, the price could continue to increase. Yes, we'll take a look also on gold. Just a moment, guys. Okay, so let's take a look here on gold on the 4-hour chart. And you can see here on the 4-hour chart that the price has escaped from this ascending triangle. But unfortunately, it has failed to stabilize right above the broken downtrend line. It has failed to stabilize, to consolidate right above this upside line of this triangle. Unfortunately, it has decreased aggressively in yesterday's trading session only because the US dollar, it has appreciated, it has increased versus its rivals, versus the other important major currencies. So gold, the price of gold has found temporary support here, right on the S1 static support, 1891 level, and now tries to come back above 1900 psychological level. So if it will have here a consolidation, a sideways movement above the downtrend line, above this psychological level, maybe it will continue to increase. And you should know that a further increase, a potential strong upside movement, and a buying opportunity, a long opportunity, will be confirmed only by a valid breakout here above the medium line. If the price will jump above it, if it will close, if it will consolidate, test, retest this medium line, and then if it will make another higher high here, if it will jump right above this former high, above 1933, we'll have a great long opportunity. So if you want to trade gold, right now we cannot say for sure that we'll have an important increase, only because I've showed let's take a look again on the US dollar index. So the US dollar index could decrease a little, could come back down only to test and retest this upper medium line before resuming its rebound, its upside movement. Okay, so if the US dollar index will continue to increase, gold could drop further in the short term. And gold has increased today only because the US dollar index has decreased from this R1, from the static resistance level. Okay, so A further drop here, a deeper drop, could send gold price higher. You can use this correlation as well between gold and the dollar index. So, as I've said earlier, we'll have a great buying opportunity if the price will jump and if it will close above 1,933. And I believe that it will continue to drop if it will close right below today's low, below 1,882. Okay, this could be only a temporary rebound, and if the price will be rejected from this downtrend line, from the upside line of this triangle, if it will fail again to stabilize above 1,900, then it could drop again. Technically, we'll have a major downside movement only if the price will drop and if it will make a valid breakdown here below this lower medium line of the ascending pitchfork. You can see here that the price has retested this lower medium line. So this lower medium line represents a very important dynamic support. So only a drop right below this lower medium line, another lower low, a drop somewhere below, a bearish closure below 1,848 could really validate a broader drop, a major corrective phase, and could bring us a great selling opportunity. Okay, let's place here also a buy stop. We could hide the stop loss right below this former low. So you can place a buy stop order into your trading platform. The entry price should be above this former high, let's say 1,935. If the price will reach this level, then it could continue to increase in the upcoming period. You can hide the stop loss, as I've said, right below this former low, below 1,882, and you can use as a forced upside target the 2,000 psychological level. Okay, technically the outlook, the bias is still bullish despite this temporary drop. Okay, so we have an uptrend on gold. Let's take a look here on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, you can see that we have an uptrend. The price was into a corrective phase, as Chris said, but it has failed here to close, to stabilize right below this former low, below 1,862, signaling that the gold price could increase again. The price of gold could increase anytime again if the coronavirus second wave crisis will increase. The global risk remains high, so gold could be very attractive again for the traders, for investors, if the global risk will remain high or if it will continue to increase. So I've placed here a setup, a trading setup, and if the price will reach 1,935 level, if it will close above this former high here, it should continue to increase. And we can use as potential upside targets the upper medium line, the 2000 psychological level. And only a valid breakout here above this upper medium line, above 2000 psychological level, could validate a larger upside movement, okay, towards this all-time high. Okay, let's take a look also on the Australian dollar. The price has found temporary support right on this uptrend line. Let's delete this pitchfork and also this uptrend line for now. And you can see here that the price continues to stay below this uptrend line, below this downtrend line. So this could be only a temporary rebound here. The price could retest maybe the pivot point, 0.7192, before it will drop further in the short term. Personally, I believe that only a valid breakout above this downtrend line, if the price will make another higher high, if it will jump right above this former high, above 0.7243, it could invalidate a deeper drop and could bring us a buying opportunity, could signal a further increase. In the short term, let's draw a descending pitchfork here. And also an uptrend line. And you can see that the price has found support right on this uptrend line. It has registered only false breakdowns, and now could be attracted by this confluence area at the intersection between the pivot point 0.7193 with this upper medium line. Very important, it remains to see what will happen here at this confluence area. A valid breakout here. If the price will jump, close, test, retest the broken levels, then it should continue to increase. Or if it will register only a false breakout here through this confluence area, a false breakout followed by a strong candle, bearish candle here, could signal further drop and a valid breakdown here below this uptrend line. So if you want to sell this pair, you should wait for a lower low here. And if you want to buy it, if you want to buy the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, then you should wait for a valid breakout here above this pivot point and above the upper medium line. Okay, let's take a look also on the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. If you draw here a downtrend line, you can see that the price is traded far below this downtrend line. It has increased a little here after escaping from a down channel. but it has found strong resistance here at the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. Tests, retests, only false breakouts. Here, another lower low. It has confirmed a downside movement in the short term. The price has failed to reach the 61.8% retracement level, and now is traded right below 23.6% Fibonacci level. The selling pressure remains high in the short term on this pair, and if the dollar index will drop further in the short term, then the pair could continue to drop in the short term. Let's talk also about the Swiss franc, about the US dollar versus the Swiss franc. We had here a temporary rebound, a recovery. The price has registered only a false breakout here above this downtrend line, was almost to touch the R1, and now we have another sell-off only because the US dollar index drops on the short term. Okay. Let's see what will happen in the upcoming hours, in the upcoming days, because the price is trapped here within a down channel. Technically, it could increase. It has found a strong support here. This breakout above the downtrend line has signaled a reversal, an up reversal. The pair was into a corrective phase here, so this drop could be only a temporary one. And if the price will make a value breakout here above this downtrend line, then it could develop another leg higher in the short term. Let's take a look also on Bitcoin. For those who are interested in Bitcoin, one moment, please. Let's take a look here on a higher time frame, because it's very important for you to understand why the price of Bitcoin could increase on a medium to the long term. Okay, so I've drawn here an ascending pitchfork. You can see that the price has retested the lower medium line. It has increased, it has reached the medium line. It has registered only a false breakout with a great separation. It has retested the medium line. Also, the 61.8% retracement level, it has decreased. Here it has retested the lower medium line. It has registered false breakdowns as well. And now it has increased again. And it's traded right above this downside 50% Fibonacci line of the ascending pitchfork. It has retested this line. So this line represents an important dynamic support. And as long as the price continues to stay right above this dynamic support, somewhere above 10,000 psychological level, the price of Bitcoin could continue to increase. And technically, The 61.8% retracement level represents an important upside target. Also the R1. And also the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. So the price could try to come back towards the medium line on the medium to the long term. Okay. I will take a few more questions. GBP versus the Japanese yen. Okay. Let's take a look here. The price has registered a breakdown here below this minor uptrend line, has decreased, and now it has rebounded. It has retested this pivot point. One moment. The pound has increased aggressively versus the Japanese yen. As I've told you, the pound rallies in the short term only because the traders, investors are still optimistic that we may have a Brexit deal. So further negotiations could help the pound to increase in the short term. Here, another higher high here, a jump above this former high could signal a further increase in the short term. Let's draw here also a descending pitchfork. It remains to see what will happen here when the price will reach this upper medium line, this potential dynamic resistance. If the price will make only a false breakout above the pivot point, above this upper medium line, a false breakout, if the price will increase and if it will close much below these resistance levels, then we may have another bearish momentum in the short term. And if the price will make a valid breakout here above this pivot point, if it will make another higher high, if it will close and stabilize right above the upper medium line, maybe a sideways movement, then we could think that the GBP versus the Japanese yen could increase and could target this former high 142.71. We have to wait to see what will happen here when the price will reach this upper medium line. You should know that if the price will fail to reach this upper medium line, then it could drop aggressively again towards this former low. here. As a quick analysis here on this pair. And you should know that a deeper drop here will be validated and it will be signalized, it will be announced only by another low here, another lower low here. So if the price will drop and if it will close right below this former low, 133, maybe a valid breakdown here below S1, then we could go short with a potential target here at this static support S3 at the medium line. Okay, we have a lot of questions here, but unfortunately the webinar is at the end. Let's take a look also on euro versus the Canadian dollar. Very quick. So this pair is into a corrective phase here, as you can see. We could consider here a double top pattern. Let's go on the 4-hour chart. We are in a support area here. You can see that the price has reached 1.5428 level. Here, a bullish engulfing. You can see that the price has increased aggressively in the last hours. So if the price will close here around today's high, near 1.5449, then we may have another upside movement in the short term on euro versus the Canadian dollar. The price has found strong support here on the S2, 1.5402. We'll have a deeper drop and we'll have a selling opportunity here only if the price will manage to close below 1.5402. Okay. We'll see what will happen in the upcoming hours. And if the rate will confirm this potential bullish engulfing here with another strong bullish candle, then we may have a great buying opportunity with a potential target here at this downtrend line. And if the price will stabilize below 1.5428, and if it will close right below S2, then we could go short on this pair as well. Okay, guys, unfortunately, the webinar has ended for today. I will read all your questions and I will try to answer to all of your questions in our next webinar. Okay. Thanks once again for watching this live webinar. See you soon, guys, with another webinar. Bye-bye.